Senator Bernie Sanders. I am with Cardi B. We're at the 10 Nail Bar in Detroit, Michigan, talking about some of the most important issues that impact you.
Bernie Sanders and Cardi B recently had a very interesting conversation, and we're going to cover it, especially because Cardi B has a better understanding of low wages, wage stagnation than the intellectual giant Ben Shapiro. So let's get right back into it. Bernie and Cardi had a very interesting conversation where they discussed a variety of different issues, ranging from, you know, everything that Americans care about.
Education, jobs, wages, police brutality.
Now we're in the nail bar. Cardi's nails and mine are just a little bit different.
There were some goofy parts like this. There were some funny parts. But a lot of people focused on, I don't know, Cardi B's past, the fact that she is a controversial figure, her lack of grammar, or the way she says words, which I personally find to be offensive and idiotic, especially because, like I said, she has a better understanding of wage stagnation in comparison to productivity and the necessity for Americans to take two jobs or multiple jobs just to survive is better than the overwhelming amount of media figures that we see, including Ben Shapiro. So this is what she had to say in her conversation with Bernie Sanders in regards to wage
what
stagnation.
What are we going to do about wages in America?
Good.
Like, for example, like me as a New Yorker, not now, but, you know, when I was not famous, I just felt like no matter how many jobs I get, I wasn't able to make ends meet. Like, I wasn't able to pay my rent, get transportation, and eat.
That is an excellent and important question, because right now we have tens of millions of people who are earning what I consider to be starvation wages. Can you imagine somebody today earning $9 an hour?
It don't make no sense.
No, it doesn't. How do you pay your rent? How do you pay for food? How do you pay for transportation?
Right.
You can't. And if you have a child.
Yes. And my...
This is the structural violence of poverty. This kind of budget shortfall is literally built into our system. And Cardi B is right. Wages have been growing for a while wages haven't been growing for a while productivity has increased, and it's leading people to take on additional jobs to survive. Now, you heard the concern that an average citizen like Cardi B, or who's not so average anymore, she's famous and she's wealthy, but a concern that Cardi B held when she was not famous and not very wealthy is a concern held by many Americans. Now, we're going to contrast that with what Ben Shapiro had to say about this exact same situation. What did intellectual giant Ben Shapiro, who had something to say about the necessity of structural change at a time when millions of Americans have multiple jobs to survive? Let's find out.
Well, the fact is that if you had to work more than one job to have a roof over your head or food on the table, you probably shouldn't have taken the job that's not paying you enough.
This is insanely brilliant. I mean, what a brilliant guy Ben Shapiro is. Yes, it's very stupid to work a job that doesn't pay well. Just work a job that pays better, stupid, right? But what an out of touch take from the intellectual giant Ben Shapiro. I wonder why jobs aren't paying better, even though we're nearing full employment, which even from a classical economist perspective should signal for better labor bargaining power. Oh yeah, it's actually because, again, we need structural change. It's because we don't have organizing power. We don't have collective bargaining power in the form of unions. Also something that Ben Shapiro routinely rails against. Now, the thing that I want to mention here is one guy, Ben Shapiro, benefits tremendously from being an eloquent speaker with affluent beginnings and is regarded as an intellectual giant, whereas the other, Cardi B, is vilified for her grammar or for the way she says certain things, because we care about style over substance. Cardi B's actually, ironically, more correct on wage stagnation being a problem and unemployment metrics not showing a clear picture of how the economy is doing than Ben Shapiro is here. You know, most likely because Cardi B has personal experiences with being poor, and she remembers that time not that long ago. Ben, on the other hand, of course, had a relatively affluent upbringing and got propped up by wealthy people who have similar opinions to him. So, once again, I just want to remind everyone, stop focusing on style, start focusing on substance, on what people are actually saying. Don't get duped by pseudo intellectuals like Ben Shapiro. I'm Hasan Piker, and this has been The Breakdown.